Hey, First United. Just a COVID-19 update. Feels like it's been a little while since we've done this, and I want to take some time just kind of share with you where we're at. You're like us, you're aware that the numbers have just kind of been trending upward. Sure, you saw the president's press conference this week where he talked about it may get worse before it gets better. And we've been paying attention to national and state as well as local information about our own hospitals and things going on here. Our medical team has met and leadership, and we've kind of made some decisions I just want to update you on. It was our hope that we begin to expand out what we're doing, kind of opening up more, doing more. But as the numbers have trended upward, we've made the decision. We just want to keep everything close, like we've been doing, kind of tighten things down, just for our safety, for your safety, to make sure we're doing no harm, to help flatten the curve, all those kind of things. So here's where we're at. In regards to worship, we have the 9 o'clock contemporary and 11 o'clock traditional that we live stream. We encourage you to participate with us online. You can do it at www.firstunited.org, on YouTube, on Facebook, whichever works for you, but to join with us online. 9 o'clock for the contemporary style, 11 o'clock for more traditional hymns, whichever works for you. And if you can't make 9 or 11 on Sunday, then 2:30 Tuesday afternoon, participate with us. That'd be great. We'd love to have you. We know that some of you really want to come together and be out and with people and participate in coming to church is important, like actually coming to church. And we want to honor that. And we do 9 o'clock. If you're live and you want to be with us in person, if you're here, we're not turning anybody away. But there's some things we're going to ask you to consider. First off, and this is most important, I'm going to ask that if you're planning on attending live worship, being here in person, one, I'm going to ask that you've been good all week, meaning not naughty or nice, but that you've been intentional about wearing a face covering, that you've been intentional about hand washing, that you've been intentional about social distancing, that you've been intentional about making sure your health is taken care of, that if you're going to come and join with us, that you've been intentional about making sure you haven't put yourself in a place where you could cause others harm by bringing something in. I'm going to ask that you have faithfully thought about, is this the best step for me to take? Because spiritual health and being with people, I get, and physical health, and we've got to hold things in tension. It's a decision you have to make. And so if you're deciding, hey, I do want to come, that you're aware of the risk. I can tell you that staff, and we've been very intentional about telling folks, hey, you need to be careful about wearing a mask, face covering, and social distancing and all that kind of stuff. We're really trying to do, but I can't guarantee you that everybody that's in the building on Sunday's been perfect all week long. So you just need to be aware of that. If you choose to attend, I need you to sign up online. We've been pretty lax on checking that. We're going to change that. We're going to start asking everybody that comes in, did you sign up online? If you haven't signed up online, we're going to ask that you sign up that day. I mean, we need a list, and rather, in case anything happens, that we can get in touch with people. And what we don't want to happen is we don't want Tammy and me and Terry to be sitting around going, okay, who was in church on Sunday? Who was sitting over in that corner? Who was sitting there? We just need that list. So we're going to ask you to sign up online or sign up when you get there. Once again, you're still going to have to wear the face coverings. You're still going to have to wash your hands, maintain social distancing. We've really limited our numbers. We were at about 150, and then we moved it to 100. And we've just shrunk it a little bit more, about 80. We got plenty of space for people. I mean, our average attendance, I think, in person is maybe 40. So we got plenty of space for people to spread out and spread around and maintain social distancing. But just sign up online for us. There are going to be some changes when it comes to worship. We're just with the band and the choir, having 8 to 10 people, more enclosed space. We're going to begin to limit that. We're going to make it about 4 or 5 people. So that may mean some adjustment in the sound and the music and all of that. The worship and the power of God's love and God's Spirit will be in it and through it and all that. It just may be a little different, so be aware of that. In regards to children and youth, as much as we want to get back to kind of doing things with them, we're kind of following the guidelines of the school board. And as they slowed their roll a little bit and moved it back, we're going to move ours back as well. Your Kids Adventure Week is all virtual now. And we're going to wait until August and a little bit further to begin to look at what does it mean to bring back children and youth onto the campus. The office is going to continue to operate the way we've been, kind of that split staff, and certain days will have more people here, etc. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays are always going to be good to call in on the office, stop in if you need to pick up something. Mondays and Wednesdays, you may want to give us a heads up if you're coming, that kind of stuff. And I guess that's about it. Listen, One thing I do want to thank you for is the grace you have shown us. I mean, this is an experiment. We're figuring out as we go. We're learning something new. Every day, man, is a new adventure. Learning something new and get more information. And we tried this and we're going to work on this. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the grace you've shown us and allowing us to figure it out with you. Your prayers and your words of encouragement mean a lot. Thank you. And why don't we close this time with a word of prayer? God, I come to you and I give you thanks for your love and your grace as I always do. But God, I also just want to acknowledge the sense of grief and loss I feel at not being able to gather in the building and to have people sit in the same seats that they have sat in since you were a small boy. Because some of our people, they don't move seats. And I miss seeing them on Sundays. I miss the power of the singing and the worship and all of that. I just want to acknowledge that loss, Lord. And I want to trust that you're at work in all this. And God, I just ask you that your spirit to end this pandemic, to heal this land, to this world, to stop this virus. Until that happens, God, grant us the wisdom and discernment to do what is right, to cause no harm. And just keep us in your love and your grace. As the world kind of closes in, God, we feel that tension and that pressure. May we know the deep peace of your love. Amen. Hey, we'll see you online. Peace out.